Hello everyone, it's me, DillysSims. Welcome back to my channel. Today is Speed Build Sunday, the day of the week where I build whatever I want, because I can. Wow, I absolutely miss Speed Build Sundays. As some of you may know, I did take 4 months, off, and I'm back, and it's great. And then I went and did some micro builds, tiny builds, because the whole tiny pack expansion pack came out. My goodness, I'm tripping over my own words. So then those videos ended up being 7 minutes and I couldn't talk to you guys, and I miss talking to you guys. That's basically the only reason I do Speed Build Sundays, is so I can talk to my computer for 20 minutes at a time, you know, when I'm done editing it. But yeah, so this house is a new house for a new series of mine on the channel called Mad Sims. If you're very familiar with pop culture, you will know that Mad Sims is a TV show that I don't know when it stopped airing, but I want to say it was in the teens, in the 20 teens, like 15, 16, 17 maybe. But it was a really good TV show about the advertising industry in like 1950, 60, 70, 80. Because it does go up by a couple of years, so it does skip a couple of years. So I decided I wanted to make a series on my channel that's based, I don't want to say off that series, but I wanted it to be a series that is, I don't want to say a timestamp, but goes back in time, I guess, to the 50s and 60s, where the men worked, the women stayed at home, and the best thing to be was a white, straight American man. Wow, now that I say that, it doesn't seem like stuff has changed. Just kidding, that's just a joke. We have made vast improvements. But yeah, so this is the all-American dream home, basically. I googled some vintage house floor plans, found this house, and I picked like 3 or 4 too. And I really debated, and I picked this house because this house gives me Mr. and Mrs. Smith vibes. Like, it is the, like, I don't even know how to explain it. This is the type of house you see when you imagine, like, the American dream. I actually think that this is the same type of house that Betty Cooper from Riverdale lives in. I want to say it's a house almost exactly like this. It is such a standard, like, I don't want to say staple, but staple American household. It is definitely white picket fence, suburban. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just such an iconic house. Like, you've definitely seen houses like this, especially in American pop culture. If you've watched any TV show, basically, you've seen a house that looks like this. It's such an iconic house. So we have 4 Sims that currently live in this household. Things may change. There is going to be a lot of drama. We have Mitch Smith, and I decided to go with the last name Smith for this series because Smith is such a classical American name for white people. So we have Mitch Smith, Joan Smith, Mary Ann Smith, and oh my god, I forgot the son's name. Steve, John, I want to say John Smith. John and Joan are brother and sister. Mary Ann is the mom. Mitch is the dad. Wow, I feel like I super complicated this thing right now. Let me know if you're complicated. And if so, watch my series. And you won't be you won't be lost anymore. Wow. I feel like I'm losing my touch with voiceovering. Please let me know in the comment section below if you think I'm losing my touch with doing my voiceovers. I would love to get your feedback. I have some stories to tell you. So, I lightly mentioned in the past 2 speed builds when I was doing micro houses and tiny houses that I was, and I'm no longer, in a theater class, which required me to be in a show for children. So we did a children's show, and there was some drama, which I'm going to talk about right now because I have another 15 minutes to talk, and I'm not used to talking for 15 minutes anymore because, again, I took 4 months off because of school, and then Christmas came along, and then I just didn't want to, but I'm back, and I'm good. Anyways, so, where am I going with this? Oh, yeah, excuse me. Oh, yes, I was in a theater club. Okay, so I am a liberal studies, which means I'm going to be a teacher. I'm a liberal studies major with a focus in theater, because when you become a teacher, or when you decide to become a teacher, you get to choose a focus. And since I've always loved the theater, and I will always love the theater, I decided, why not theater? I took a bunch of theater classes. I mean, I know this is not a shock to anyone because I have a YouTube channel, but I love being the center of attention. So, of course, I love the theater. And so I was in this theater class, which I was required to take. Like, if you're going to have a theater concentration, you have to take this class. So, it was great. I learned a lot. Like, one quote-unquote big thing that I learned was if you're going to be a professional actor, you can't cut your hair. And I know this because I had 4 teachers. 3 teachers and 1 assistant to the woodshop teacher, set designer. Because I had 3 teachers for this class. I had the set teacher, like the one who made the set for the stage. I had the costume teacher, and I had the director, who was the teacher. And so they were messing with my hair, trying to figure out what they wanted me to look like for Little Goat, because we did the surprising story of the 3 little pigs, which is kind of a lie because it's the 3 little pigs mixed with 3 Billy Goats Gruff and the 3 little... Oh, wait, I already said 3 little pigs. And Goldilocks and the 3 bears. So they were trying to figure out what to do with my hair, and then they said, "Did you cut your hair?" And I said, "Oh, yes, I did." And then my director got mad at me and was like, "You didn't ask me for permission before you cut your hair?" And I've never really done theater in a huge scale. Like, I've taken theater classes where I go to class and I act for a few minutes in little sketches or whatever. But I didn't do like a real, I go to the class Monday through Friday and I do these shows Monday through Friday at certain times, like a real actor, you know? So the teacher goes, "You didn't ask me for permission?" And I said, "I'm sorry, I didn't know that I needed to." And she goes, "Oh, that's okay. We just want your hair sticking out of the little," because they gave me a beanie. "We just want your hair sticking out of the beanie." And then the costume teacher told me that apparently when you're a real actor and you're doing like Broadway, or if you're a traveling theater person, because I'm going to give you a little rundown on how theater works if you don't know. So shows that are really huge on Broadway, like, for example, Hamilton, or what's another big show that has come out recently? Mean Girls. Mean Girls, the musical, is coming to San Francisco, and it's traveling the world right now. So when you're a traveling actor, or if you're in any show that continues to run, like for a good period of time, you have to ask the director whether or not you have to cut your hair, because it looks weird if you buy tickets to a show to go see, let's say, Hamilton, and let's say Hamilton, the main actor, has really long hair to his shoulders, and then you buy tickets again a week later and he has like a buzz cut. It looks strange. They want to keep it they want to give it some continuity, which I understand. It's kind of like when you're watching TV and you see an actor goes from having long hair. This is maybe more frequent with actresses. And then the next episode they have short hair, like they got a haircut and no one says anything about it. It's kind of like that. So that's one of the biggest things I learned. Which, and I also learned, thank goodness I'm not an actor, because that was intense. For a week, we've done over 20 shows. Because Monday through Friday, we did 4 shows a day. So 4 times 5 is 20, and then we did 4 public shows. So we did 24 shows. That's a lot of shows. I was basically working like a real actor, but not getting paid, because I would show up to school, do my makeup like a real actor and everything, and then I would do the show. I was there for 8 hours a day, Monday through Friday. That's basically a real work shift. So basically I was working like a real person, but not getting paid, because it's considered school credit. Well, I mean, I did get college credit, but still. It would have been nice to be paid. It's basically a fundraiser because, I mean, I guess some money goes towards costumes and creating the set and like the director and all the teachers that are there. But at the same time, they're making a lot of money off of us, and you don't have to pay us, the actors. But I loved all of my fellow actors, co-workers, I guess. But there was one person, and I'm going to name him David. Or Brad, like Brad Pitt. So I'm going to name him Brad. And Brad was a character, to say the least. He said a few things that kind of made me angry. And sometimes not angry, just like rubbed me the wrong way. So, and I like drama. I like to talk about drama, so I'm going to talk to you guys about drama. So, one big thing that rubbed me the wrong way was I was talking to one of my fellow actors, and one of my fellow, again, this is, A, we're not getting paid. B, this is a show for children. And C, no one's taking this seriously. And when I say nobody's taking this seriously, I mean no one's taking it like you're a Broadway level actor. Like, everyone's taking it seriously, like they remember their lines and says their part, but it's not like anyone's treating it like it's Broadway level. So, I'm talking to my fellow actor, and he says, hey, what if instead of you running into the big bad wolf with your horns, because goats have horns, what if instead of running into, like, the big bad wolf's stomach, the big bad wolf turns around and you hit him in the butt, and that would be funny. And I agree, that would be funny and very cartoonish. And again, this is a show for children. And so Brad turns around. He's sitting on the other side of the room, and he goes, you know what? He doesn't say it to me. He says it to my fellow actor. So let's name our fellow actor Tom, like Tom Cruise. He says, you know what, Tom? You should probably just not tell Dylan to do things like that. And he goes, oh yeah, this was just an idea. And so Brad, I'm getting them confused now. Brad continues, and he says, you know what, you should just let the director direct us. And Brad said, yeah, but this was just an idea that I had. Oh my god, I'm getting them confused. Okay. Wow, I feel like I confused this for everybody right now. Brad turned around and told Tom, maybe you should just let the director do their thing. And Tom told Brad, okay, this was just an idea that I had. I'm just telling Dylan this is my idea. And then Brad said to Tom, you're an actor. You should probably just do your job as an actor and let the director do their job. And it threw me back. I was like, wow, Brad, okay, calm down. This isn't a real show. This isn't Broadway. Just calm down. Breathe. And then later I found out that this is Brad's life. Literally, this is Brad's life. This is what Brad lives for. Brad lives for theater. And you know what? Good for him. I'm so happy he found his calling in life. somewhat early. Because I want to say he's roughly my age, and I'm 23. And so he was, this kind of rubs me the wrong way, but okay, I get it. Like, I agree with his parents in this situation. He was telling us before the show went on one day that his parents are super disappointed in him because they wish that he would get a real job instead of spending time doing shows for free for fun. And you know what? I don't want to say I fully agree with his parents, but at the same time, I kind of do. And then I found out, that he graduated several years before. He keeps coming back to the college just to do these shows. So I don't want to agree with his parents. I really want to be the type of person who's like, yeah, you know what? You do whatever makes you happy. But you have to also kind of be an adult. Like, tell me whether or not I'm wrong. But I feel like you have to A, be an adult, and A, do what makes you happy. You have to find a balance. That's the part of life. That's any part of life, is you have to find a balance. So I can see now why he took it so seriously, like by telling Tom he should let the director do their job and, you do yours. Because this is his entire life. He actually just lives for the theater. That's what he wants to do. And he's actually a very shy, quiet guy who stutters a lot, but when he's on stage acting, that's gone, which I think is marvelous and amazing. I just wanted to share that gossip with you because it kind of, the way he acted, it rubbed me the wrong way, but then afterwards, that's when I realized, wow, this is his entire life. This is what he lives for. So, yeah, I guess the lesson here is, I don't want to say don't judge a book by its cover, but I'm going to use the term don't judge a book by its cover as an umbrella term, because the real lesson is, if somebody's rubbing you the wrong way, take a minute to understand them, understand where they're coming from, because in my case, this is their life. Everybody has a reason for why they act a certain way. Either if you think somebody's weird, or if you think somebody's mean, there's a reason why. So just get to know somebody, because you never know. You might think that you're perfect, but that's not true. There's always a reason why somebody acts a certain way. And whether or not you know it, there are outside influences that affect the way you act too. So keep that in mind. I have another 2 minutes to talk, and I want to talk about another experience that I had, but I don't think I have enough time to talk about it. I'm just going to give you guys a hint to next week's video. I created a very popular TV show, which is currently on TV, and this is their last season. I'm not going to give you any more hints, but if I don't know what else to talk about after I'm done talking about how much I love that TV show, I'm going to talk about how I went to my very first, and I know you can't see me, but I'm putting quotation marks around the word youth group. My very first church's youth group event. And I'm putting quotation marks around this because they never said that they were a youth group, but these are all younger people, roughly my age, and there is like a 34-year-old, roughly. I don't know how old he is, but he said he started teaching when he was 24, and then he said he's been teaching for 10 years, so I'm assuming he's 34-ish, roughly. And yeah, I had a very interesting experience with them. They're interesting people, to say the least. And get ready. It's gonna be a wild ride. But yeah, please watch this series. I would really love it if you guys watch this series that I'm currently doing. The first video is currently on YouTube. The second episode should be coming out sometime next week, I think on Tuesday. But yeah, let me know what you think of this build. Let me know what you would like to see done. I'm just warning you guys ahead of time. When I took screenshots, it was snowing, and my characters are currently in the screenshots too, so they're there living their lives. Let me know what you think of this build. Let me know what you would like to see in this channel, what you would like to see be built. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, do all those fun YouTube things, and I'll catch all of you guys next time. Bye, everybody.